Good morning, good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Let's see. That's strange. 1 second. Can y'all hear me? Alright, so we have a match here in the bronze bracket with Dataplet and Newfie. It's obviously gravity 9 plus 1. I was not able to catch the first bit, but obviously we've started off with supers next to us. Yeah, baby seed. But, you know, it's never really a baby seed when it's a race. Find morph early on is always very reassuring to find morph. Oh, denied map. Dataplet is gonna keep on going around for it. I know I would. Oh, I don't know that it's in logic, but you definitely could make that lava dive. Probably not worth it. This is always a good time hunting a map that just doesn't want to be found. Yeah, it wouldn't be. Oh, wait, I'm not sure. I know what you're referring to. Oh, no, yeah, dropping down wouldn't be in logic without high jump. So, it most likely loops somehow. Unless there was a path that I missed. Oh. Oh yeah, of course. Right here. Dataplat's going the right way. Jumping down there is risky, but, I mean, you're going for the map. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right to save, but if Newfie had saved, he'd at least be a little bit ahead of where he is now. I don't think we saw what was on the other side of Lava Dive. I was kind of looking away at Newfie at the time, though, if there was anything. Above Lava Dive was GT. I see. More supers. I'm kind of surprised they didn't peek there. See what the item is. I guess you just always get it. Looks like that Newfie is going back down Everest. Chat saying that dataplet got locked out by bombs. Just missiles here in Terminator. This early on, missiles are welcome, but you're always looking for something more. Yeah, that's a hard way to go for Newfie. Okay. I'm not sure if Newfie saved before or after. Gosh, I need to pay more attention. It's hard to pay attention to both streams. Dataplet finding bombs. Might end up going back to Lava Dive. If that's the case. Didn't peek bowling. Not a whole lot to do with bowling anyway. Kind of a waste of time to check. But also not necessarily the worst idea. Newfie heading back through escape room. I think I'd end up about where Newfie is, because I don't know. The options just don't seem good right now. It seems like every direction is kind of further away than you'd like it to be, like where you want to find items and whatnot. Alright, here we go. We got something going on with Newfie. That Bryn entrance. Map's pretty close too. I found one of the few... No, actually, not in this category. Found one of the many empty items. Okay, and that's how we get to Norfair. Plasma at the bottom of bowling, just great for dataplet. So it should only be a matter of time before Newfie gets there. Yep, just a whole lot of blinding going on. Not too many maps. It's unfortunate. I hate being there. Alright. So we've got the back of Blue Brun. Just more supers. Always good to see supers. Newfie collects bombs. Alright, we got West Ocean. I don't know that we've collected a single map. Yeah, not a map. Oh, dataplet misses. I'm not sure if it's faster or slower, but I always just reset the room. Yep, Newfie's gonna get the bad news. Gonna have to turn around. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. But, you know, he'll have solace knowing that the other player will definitely do that. Charge and plasma right off the rip. Best beam. Hard to disagree. Even with best beam, finding missiles there is great. Once you have charge and gravity, things feel pretty good. Obviously, you still want Varia, but it feels like the game has actually started at this point. Newfie just saw bowling. And then there wasn't a way down. So it's a bit of a one-way through Norfair with West Ocean. I think at this point you just gotta go. Yeah, I get the hesitation, but you're most likely going to be able to connect through the back of Blue Brun. Newfie collects plasma. Alright. Dataplet elects to go back. I'm not sure what he saw, but he does have options. I guess he wants to go back through Lava Dive. I would be skeptical of that. I would be banking on power bombs being down. You know, one thing that's hard to know with logic has got to be frames of damage. You know, how many heat frames, how many lava frames, etc. Because you can go to the logic page, you can see how many frames you're expected, but, you know, it feels like we need a spreadsheet for this. Just plug it all in. And of course, then you have to do every step, you know, from one box to the next. So a bit of addition, and then if you're going through multiple rooms, even more addition. Alright, we made it back to Everest. It looks like Newfie missed the jump as well. Let's see. Yeah. It is in logic. Plasma room. It's always one of those rooms. It doesn't feel super great to come down here and see nothing, that's for sure. It's a bit rough. I have to map Rando for you. And no save in between, it looks like. So he's gonna have to bomb jump out of here. Oh no, he resets. He must have done that on the way back. Yeah, a lot of dead ends. Can't say I'm too surprised. There's 11 items missing out of 100. And I think we've found 3 of them so far. Like, both players have found 3. Maybe Newfie only found 2. Oh. Unfortunately for dataplet, he just barely didn't make it. I don't even think if he had missiled the door, if he had supered it, that he would have made it through. So he's just gonna need a little better execution. There we go. A little more progress. Parlor is a great room to see here. Lots of doors, all close. But nothing very appealing. You could go both ways. They're both a little bit risky. I think it's best to keep on moving. Find another way. But as we do that, we are getting further from the map. And we can't even see what major that is, but there's definitely a major there. It'd be nice to have wave beam just to know. And that makes sense. Connecting to the, what do we call that room? GT Green Gate? Fast Ripper Room. By the way, if anybody wants to know the name of a room, or say wants to quickly look up logic, you can do that by just pulling up a seed with a vanilla map. And then everything is right where you want to see it, or where you'd expect to find it. So this is the seed I use. I just posted in chat. You can just look at that for all of your logic. You don't need to know the names of the rooms. Very easy, very handy. So dataplet's making his way through the back end, or the front end of Gauntlet. Now with bombs, Newfie's going through what? Northwest Meridia Bug Room. Yeah, I've never heard anybody say it, but you know, when you're starting a Mappo race and you find that room, it's always tough. Those bugs hit way more than you remember. And you know, if you don't have bombs, that like Alcatraz escape sort of situation there at the bottom of the room, it is no fun. Takes me about a minute sometimes to get through it. But he found map. He found map through the shaft in Upper Norfair. Post Croc shaft. Yeah, if I was Newfie, I'd turn around. That health is not great, but, you know, maybe it's worth the risk. Oh, he broke Sven. Unfortunate. More missiles. Alright, this is a troll seed. No way about it. You know, maybe better players take bigger risks here, but here in the bronze bracket, everybody's playing to their skill level. You know, there's been a lot of humility. When I first started playing Map Randomizer, I had watched better players, and I had learned to route things wrong. Yeah, always biting off more than I could chew. What's in logic with bombs? Oh, GT room? The left item, top of GT? It is in logic with bombs. You can bomb jump across. I personally struggle with the bomb jump across, so I just crumble jump. So I never follow logic there. I always get it as soon as I see it. Yeah. Which is gonna be great for dataplet. The PBs are a real hang-up. And I mean, you never just leave them there, I think, especially with the save so close. And that makes sense why Newfie came here immediately, as soon as he saw the map. That X is his ticket out of here. So Newfie was able to catch back up with dataplet, while also having map information. So dataplet might spend more time here than Newfie. So yeah. There's probably something I was missing about West Ocean, why neither racer went down. But I think so now we get to see what item. Screw attack is nice. It's not what we're really looking for. We have bombs, we have a ton of health, we have beam damage. Well, that's not to say it won't be useful. Yeah, once dataplet sees the map, I'd be surprised if he sticks around. So they're not too far from each other right now. See, a good place to go right now would definitely be back up for an entrance. Plenty of doors. There's also the map in Norfair through Terminator Room. that could really help us out here. So, dataplet electing to break logic and go back up. I'm surprised by Newfie's save here. Suppose I shouldn't be, though. I just don't know where he's going. I really want to know where he wants to go, you know? Can't exactly ask him. So what have we seen so far in Wreck Ship? How can I forget? Morph. Let's see. Was Morph vanilla location? I believe it was. Nap on the way after power bombs. Business center, great place to find. And thread the needle. Easy with, and we have lots of ways to make this room easy. Okay, so vanilla location. Thank you, the divine. Okay, Newfie takes a save here. So both runners have decided to go the same way. Dataplet found space jump. Why is Wreck Ship so big? I don't know, man. I don't know. Is dataplet the cause of data phase? I don't know. I'm honestly rather new to the SM community. I had been like a infrequent observer of the SM community for a long time. I feel like somebody like dataplet's been around for a bit. Fair emote. Thank you. I don't have the extensions for emotes. Hey. So, we've got it. Fantoon in Wreck Ship. Very fitting. I think this Wreck Ship might not be that big. I think it might be long. But it has opportunities to still be very small. Maybe big for Wreck Ship standards. Newfie finds out about Fantune here. It's kind of a slow Fantune here. I'm guessing dataplet got scammed somehow. You know, this is what it's about here. Alright, when it comes to gravity 9+1, it's a beautiful thing when you see a bunch of heat and no bar. Yeah. So like what this category was designed for. So we see that there is unfortunately a major behind Crockemeyer, but we do have Best Beam. The Crockemeyer fight is as fast as it's going to be with it, and somewhat satisfying, but always stressful in a race environment. You can pretty much take solace knowing that your opponent is going to do the same thing. Newfie seems to be in a hard place right now. Batoon required fight. Oh yeah. Let's see. What was the room above? Okay, that was just the entrance. So yeah, Batoon is required. Exactly. Yep, Telemorph with the answers. If they had defeated Croc first, they wouldn't need to fight Batoon. And that's exactly what Newfie's doing, right? He hasn't defeated Fantune. He just loaded back. And using the information that he gained, instead of just blindly chasing Fantune, he's going back and defeating Croc. He didn't know there was a major there, but he majored out, which is always nice. Newfie is not getting the map because Fantune is still alive. It's a Fantune map. He shouldn't be, though. I think that Newfie should be very confident with one suit and plasma. He really should be confident in doing the Fantune fight. Even if he messes up in supers, he's got Charge Beam, he can pseudo screw, so he doesn't have to be punished. Just time-wise. For anybody who maybe wants to work on their Fantune, I would recommend Zenny's video, Shiny Zenny. He's got a great tutorial on YouTube. I think it's a part of his 100% category tutorial. It's definitely in the same playlist. You can go there, and 3-round Fantunes are very achievable. I think if you're going to practice any boss, you're going to want to practice Fantune. Well, I take that back. Ridley and Rap Randomizer, he can be very tough, maybe he's the one you want to practice the most, but Fantune is definitely a good practice. Alright, so dataplet's making movement towards Norfair. This is a really slow start. It's really not the racer's fault here. There was a ton of dead ends. Newfie collects wreck ship map and finds out Mother Brain's here. That's about it. Time to leave. So dataplet is now grabbing Torian map. Far-flung major, few far-flung X's. I too would be thinking about Norfair map. I think you just get the save at Bryn. You grab those two X's and in early supers you grab the two X's, and you take the save at Bryn, and then you peek the major. I don't think there's really any other way to play that. I'm guessing that neither racer here is super keen on doing a Varia-less Ridley, so we'll just have to keep looking for majors. So Newfie's making his way to Torian. He'll probably end up going the same direction as dataplet. So we know where Mother Brain is. everything seems to junction at T. So, going back criteria, it isn't the best play, but it's not the worst. And I'm hoping we get to see some divergence here, a little mixing up here. Dataplet going for the extra X. Which, you know, if it was power bombs, wouldn't be the worst. So, and if it's supers, I think it just barely is just barely worth it here. It's so hard to beat plasma charge. The value of X's just drops off as soon as you have plasma charge and ice. Wave is just nice, you know. I don't even think about it when I think about supers. We haven't seen Speed Booster, and I'm not sure. I don't think we've really seen anything speed lock yet, so there's still plenty of potential for speed locking. Just like VAR plus movement, we saw Croc Speedway. Okay. Yeah, we did, didn't we? I didn't see them go into the room, but it was on the map. Somebody had seen it. What I was saying earlier, though, about this category and VAR plus movement, speed lock is pretty much, you know, the big major. Speed lock is the one major problem you can have. You can feel super confident that you can get back from a one-way and get speed locked, and it's super rough. It looks like Newfie didn't even go for the major. And the major was high jump. No, it wasn't. Okay. I lied. Major was X-ray, that's what it was. Okay. X-ray, not a huge deal. It'll definitely make Dragon a lot faster and potentially stop anything funny from happening to us with Pants Room. So not very likely to make a difference here. Dataplet finding map. What does Brinstar have for us? Majors, which means this might be a major waste of time. So that's rough. What I would do is I'd peek that major to the center of Bryn map. If it's not something I want, I'd reset and just grab high jump and then peek the other major. Because we have a map, we have a save right at the entrance. And that's kind of where we want to be right now. We want to turn around as fast as possible. Oh. You're right. It is past the other one. I still think the routing wise, what I said makes sense, but it's not ultimately that much faster. Alright, you can't look at map too short. You glare at map just a little bit and then you look back. Yeah, I would have gotten stuck on the wrong side of Bryn map. Best farm for supers, I believe. I'm not 100 on that. I'm pretty sure that Redfish Room is the best supers farm. Hey, did we see what the major was there? Probably grapple. Which is not great. Grapple does nothing that I'm aware of in hard logic. It was grapple. Thank you, quick draw. Quick 10 draw, I should say. It can still be for pants room. I wouldn't bet on it in a race, but you never know. Oh, and speed at the bottom of Bryn. And that's gonna give just a slight lead to Newfie. Yes, with this loadout, ice is an alternative to pants room. And Newfie could still go and grab X-ray, but he does not currently have it. So it may make a difference. Oh, dataplet's having a bit of trouble with the green gate glitch. This is where wave comes in handy. Not too long ago, my green gate glitch, it broke. For some reason, it took me 20, 30 supers at a time, or missiles, whatever. I couldn't do it for the longest time. I have no idea why. I eventually got it back. You might as well walk around at this point. I agree, quick draw. But that doesn't feel good, you know? It's a rough way to go. You can have all of the confidence in the world and then just not get the green gate. Newfie's back into Norfair. He's headed towards his map. Not looking super great for dataplet right now. I think dataplet could definitely catch up here. But, you know, we'll just have to see it. Newfie is skipping more than I would think he would. But it's working out, you know, and he's really not skipping much. He has answers for pretty much everything, so it makes sense for him to some extent. But I think when we're playing at this level, unless it's very far flung, you gotta grab it. Alright, did we get anything for killing Fantoon? Not really. Just more PBs. Once you have 15 PBs, they're actually worse than missiles, because now you're distracted getting them. Very few contexts do you ever want to see more PBs. Alright, that's a good looking map. It pretty much had to be this way. So we have Dragon and Kraid. Can I give you examples? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're referring to. When you want more PBs? Okay. Very simple. When you want more PBs, you don't have ammo. And you don't have charge. and you're facing either Ridley or Mother Brain. That's about it. That's about the only time you want more PBs. Or no, even with Mother Brain, you don't have extra beams. You like, let's say you have Wave Beam and Charge Beam. Then you can X Factor Mother Brain. If you're playing harder logic, you can Crystal Flash. Very true. Let's see. Well, that's exactly it. That's why you don't really care too much for more than 15. But if you're going to be Crystal Flashing a lot, which you would in hard logic, in harder logics, more PBs is more better. Definitely. In this tournament, I have not seen everything from this tournament. I have not seen any CF clips, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody CF clipped Get back out of the wreck ship room with the Fantoon lock. But it would definitely be somebody like Eddie to do something like that, or Aussie. Not too many people looking for the CF clips. Newfie just found Wave. So we've got full beam. See, I actually wasn't paying attention to either of the Kraid fights. Did we get any fast Kraid fights? Both DLC. Sad to see it. But hey, that's how it goes. Alright, Newfie doesn't go for the Hex, which I agree. At this point, it's about getting to the end. But I wouldn't fault anybody on any level for getting those. So Newfie's gonna have to do this a bit slow. So this is a really close race. It's always nice to see a close race. Dataplet might be able to make up enough time to pull ahead. We're almost to the end of the fight for Newfie here. Dataplet picks up the ammo. Alright, alright. Looks like we're just a couple of supers away from victory for Newfie here. There we are. Dataplet right on his tail. Microwave shrimp, yes, yes. As WX fan always tells us, do not microwave shrimp in the in the workspace. So, I've never worked in that sort of environment. I've been construction through and through. No microwaves where I go. Alright, so we know that Ridley is in Criteria. There's nowhere else. We've seen everywhere else. We don't have a map for it there. It was locked off by West Ocean. So, this is a really good race. I'm enjoying it so far. I will say, slow start, never great, but we did at least get an excuse for the runners to show off some of their skill. Like, dataplet going through lava dive, you know, with no promise of map. Yeah, you could see that lava dive was covering the right side of the map. Or sorry, the left side of the map. So he knew that if he was going to get to the map, it was going to be wrapping around it. We're in almost perfect sync. I wonder why Newfie here hasn't woken up the planet, and dataplet has. It is a long seed. It is a long seed. Let's see. They had to go through space pirates, it looks like. So that explains why they turned around. They could have gone the other way. Oh. Alright. Potentially. I didn't see a connection there, but didn't look at the map very long there. Ridley all the way on the other side. Yeah, and they would have had to gone through Iron Pirates. Not sure where dataplet was going. Is he major hunting? Oh, the last major. Newfie's probably pretty nervous here since he hasn't peaked any, or he's just gonna go straight for the Ridley fight. Respect. He's definitely in range to do. Because if I was Newfie and I would feel confident with his loadout, I might not feel confident that I'll get it first fight. I might have to go back and not die, but if I was Newfie, I'd feel confident. And I guess he is. I'm actually shocked that dataplet is not going for the Variolus, and Newfie is. Maybe Newfie's done a bit more grinding for the Ridley fight. It should be way easy with... I think it should be way easy with full beam. More than just 30 supers. 30 supers is great, especially with the ship back on the way to Mother Brain. Like, there really isn't too many good excuses for what dataplet is doing. Maybe dataplet feels that he's got Newfie covered. I'm not sure. I wouldn't call it shambling. I think... Oh no, Newfie just got smacked with the tail. That's rough. That's really rough. That might have decided the race. We'll have to see. Newfie still has lead here, but he's losing. He's losing the lead. He's gotta rally. I really would like to see Newfie win this race. Going for the harder way here. Yes, I agree. You should just super Ridley right off the rip. You can get 5 supers off just like we saw with Newfie there. Super fast. It's not super great right now for Newfie. His health's not too bad, but things are not safe for him. Oh, he missed that shot. You know, some of his movement here tells me he might be playing on keyboard that doesn't handle simultaneous presses very well. I've definitely been there because his movement, he's not using the angle up enough for this fight. I believe that is just enough health for him to survive. He's gonna have to pause buffer though. He does not. That is really unfortunate. And with that, dataplet takes the lead. It is now dataplet's game to lose. I think if Newfie can close out this fight, that I like the way he played. And that is going to be a reset for Newfie. The last thing you want to see in a Ridley fight is your reserves pop. Spark up climb. I agree. The chat's been agreeing with me about the about Newfie's play with Ridley there. In a race environment, you just got to, I feel. I'm sorry, I just bumped my mic if I blew out anybody's eardrums. I didn't think about that, Driven. Divine, I'm terrible at reading. I called you Divine earlier. All right. What do you guys think? First try Zeb skip? Great. Very clean. MB2 fight starts. Okay. Chat's getting ahead. They're already playing everybody's favorite game. Guessing time. How long is the escape? Let's see. I didn't pay too much attention. I'm gonna go. Let's see. I was thinking the same number D-Rock was. So I'm just gonna have to go 250 instead. $240. Let's see. Yep, I should have gone down. Nobody else claimed it. Right in between Hexfire and D-Rock. No PvP allowed in chat. Escape movement is always the best. No enemies, no gates, just like ammo and beam gates. Is it PLMs? Is that what the non-enemy objects are called? those are the only things that really stick around. Alright. If I was dataplet, I'd be feeling pretty good right now. We are pretty far into the seed. Been an hour 22. You know, maybe not. Maybe he feels like he might just get sniped here. GG's, get your GG's in chat. Well done, dataplet. Well done, Newfie. Newfie did end up getting the Variolous kill on Ridley. Let's see. Let me pull up. Let's see. I don't know the commands here. Does anybody know the commands? I think it's. There we go. Give the runners a follow. Thank you, Quick Draw. I don't stream much, but Osu's here. Osu is here, and he's helping us a bunch, making sure we got good tracking. He's been doing a really good job with tracking. Looks like we're gonna have a post-game interview, right? Let me go back to check something out here real quick. Let's see, are we gonna have a post-game interview? Well, I hope I did a good job on comms. My first time ever. Oh, hey, Newfie.
Hey.
So, how you feeling?
Overall, not too bad. At least I was at Mother Brain when when I saw Dataplet finish, but a couple bad Ridley deaths there. Really cost me a bit of time, unfortunately, but it wasn't the most straightforward seed either. There's a few mean things with it for sure.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Varia was just to the right.
Now,
It
of
was the
course, I was
majoring
thinking that would be
criteria.
it, but I was like, I'm gonna chance it without it.
Did you see X-Ray?
I did not know. I have no idea where it's to.
Yeah, that was in Brinstar. I was kind of surprised you didn't go for it, but all the same, it didn't end up mattering. And it probably wouldn't have. When you first collected it, but yeah, I was impressed. Chat was impressed that you went for the Varius Ridley. Uh, everybody was convinced that it was the play. You know, it's always risky, even if you're full tanks. So,
Yeah,
you
for
know, we were
sure.
happy to
I
see you
think
go for it.
I on the second attempt I got into and was right on the 0 mark. So I think on the fourth try I finally pulled through. But I never went for the majors just because I felt I was so behind. I was late getting power bombs. And then I went to wreck ship first. That's where Mother Brain was. I was thinking if I went the other way and came here last, this would be the play. So I felt I was behind, so I was trying to skip some things. That's what it all came down to, basically.
Look, both of them got to ship about the same time. Quick Draw says. Oh, yeah.
Cannon might have cut out there.
About that. I'm not sure how I closed the tab.
All good, man.
Yeah, so you guys both came to the ship about the same time. It was really close coming out of Dragon. And he went for Var, and you didn't. I think you had 2 more tanks than him. No, he had a tank on you, I think. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
For
picking up a
some,
few tanks along the way just in case if I did run into this situation. Even with the extra tanks, of course, my Ridley level skill is not the greatest, so I knew it was gonna be a big risk.
and okay, you did have more tanks. Okay. Well, I think you guys played very well. I was surprised that you guys didn't go down West Ocean, but I didn't see that it was Iron Pirates, which would have been a hard way to get back from.
Yeah, my concern was that
And
Ridley or something was there, and then I'll get no way out of it. That was the only reason I kind of backed out of it. Or power bomb locked, I
yeah,
think,
and
at
that
that time.
oh, Powerbomb lock. Oh yeah. Because if you had gone through the door, you wouldn't have had PBs to get back. Um, okay. Yeah, that was far more concerning at the time. It took a long time for you guys to get PBs. You both ran around for a long time. You ended up losing a bunch of time and then gaining it back, all in the time that it took to find PBs.
Ooh, okay.
And then, sorry. Anyway, um, yeah, overall really impressed. I think that's it for this stream. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it. It was a lot of fun, a lot of practice. Pretty sure I'm out now after this one, but it's good. I still enjoyed it either
Yeah.
way, so.
Yeah, I'm glad that you joined. I didn't join, and I kind of regret it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I was
always good to
surprised
get
never see your
yourself
name
out
on the
there.
list.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for racing.